Aloha, I'm Gerard Elmore, and welcome to another episode of Hawaii's Real Stories. On today's show, we look at production. Kathleen Mann talks about the making of Lychee Thieves. Line producer Gary Basson takes us behind the scenes of the Japanese film Honoka'a Boy, shot on the Big Island. I'll take you behind the scenes of the making of the 2010 Ohina short film showcase trailer. Jake Shimabukuro composed the score for the Japanese version of Sideways. First, we go to Kathleen Mann on the making of Lychee Thieves.
I was driving by, saw your tree. It's ready for picking.
We'll do it ourselves, thank you very much. It does belong to us.
Even if they come ask for permission and you tell them no, you know they're gonna come back to your house after dark, climb your fence, and pick them anyways.
I think the most wonderful thing about independent filmmaking is that it has to arise out of a sense of community. In fact, it's the only way that it can happen with any kind of success. Because there's no budget, people have to believe in the project. And that's certainly been the case with Lychee Thieves. I was 17 when I left home to go to college on the mainland. I was 34 when I was inspired to write this story, and it hit me that I've been living away from Hawaii as long as I had grown up in Hawaii. So I felt like I was at this crossroads in my life. I really felt it was time to go home. My biggest hope was to bring an accurate depiction of Hawaii to the screen. Hawaii is usually used as a location and a backdrop for stories that have nothing to do with Hawaii. And this is a little film that is about Hawaii and about its people.
You should see the ones on our tree. All red, plump, juicy, super sweet with a tiny seed.
Must have been the cold snap out here at Christmas time.
That's right. That's why the lychee always better on the Big Island. I mean, sometimes they get snow, yeah?
At the beginning of the story, the main character, Keoki, doesn't have a real purpose in his life. But by the end, he's found it. So I really needed to find someone who had both the talent to pull that transformation off, but also just that soulfulness. A few weeks before we started shooting, I was panicking. We really couldn't find Keoki. We had gotten a video audition from the Big Island from an actor named Pomai Brown, but we weren't considering off-island people because of our budget. I looked at the audition and I realized this was our guy. Really, the only person in the film who makes a fair deal is Keoki.
How's it?
No, we don't need anything.
I was driving by, saw your tree.
Excuse me?
Your lychee tree. It's ready for picking.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I'm gonna come back when I fix my pickup. I'm gonna give you half of what I picked, okay?
I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable.
It is hard work, you know. Take a long time for pick that tree.
We'll do it ourselves, thank you very much. It does belong to us.
Okay. Let's see how it is.
I just knew that the casting part of this whole film would be, one of the most important things. I wanted to be true to the Hawaiian culture and the local culture. There's a Japanese woman, there's a Chinese woman, Hawaiian character. So Lychee Thieves really, from the very beginning, was a multicultural tale. What I tried to write were characters that seemed real.
When you fix your picker, you come back and pick from my side.
Hey, you not sly, Popo.
I think it's chicken tongue lychee, small kind seed.
Tomorrow then.
A lot of people think that the theme of Lychee Thieves has to do with greed. And I'd say yes, but it also has to do with the flip side of that. How do we get along together as a diverse population on a small island? We live in a world with limited resources, and we fight over them. And I think these are all global concerns. When we try to hold on too tight to what we have, like the tree owner does, conflict ensues, and sometimes some terrible things can happen, and you might lose everything you've got.
Can you believe it? He wants our lychee.
What? That's not fair, because everybody in the office wants some. Gary, Katie, Dennis, Mr. Yanagi, Resto, and Bernice.
And now this clown.
Dennis says that they come at night and pick all your lychee when you're asleep.
Well, who can play at this game?
I think the biggest challenge with an indie film is finding great crew and scheduling. But my producers, Angie LaPrette and Titus Chong, from the very start, were really committed to this film. Anne Masawa was involved from the very start, at least in my mind, because I've known her since about 2004 when we worked on another feature together. And I actually love shooting, and I learned so much from working with Anne. She was always in my mind as the DP, and I just think her work is exquisitely beautiful. The most challenging location was finding the lychee tree. We knew that we were going to shoot in August. We did find, again, I would say about a week or two before we were going to start shooting, the perfect location with the most beautiful, perfect round lychee tree covered with ripe lychee, which to this day we don't know why it was still ripe in August. The homeowner told us that after we wrapped the last shot that involved his lychee tree, he said the next morning they started to fall. The film has had a great reception. We've, at this point, been in over 25 festivals. What I've been struck by most is how global the appeal seems to be. And I think that speaks to the universality of the themes in the film. People liked the story. They just, liked it and thought it was true to life in Hawaii. And that's something we don't see much of. I think in the future, in terms of what I'm going to do next, I want to make longer films, but the question is how to do that and still maintain that wonderful core of making this as a team, as a community, as a family. Being true to the process as much as the product.
And we'll be right back.